Hey guys, it's the Everyday Aficionados with another liqueur review for you. Today we have Pisa, Italian liqueur. This one has actually just recently been imported into the US, or at least into New York through this distributor called Drink Up New York. So it's like been popping up in liquor stores all around the region. Shawn actually got me this for Christmas. It's a pretty simple liqueur. It's flavored with pistachio, almond, and hazelnut. I think those are the only ingredients. We checked their website for more details, but it's honestly really horribly designed, full of typos and weird, not English. I don't know, they should probably try to fix that.
Yeah.
They claim that it's aged, but they don't say exactly how long.
Or like what kind of barrels.
I mean, it's hard to trust those kinds of claims unless they're backed up with more specific details, because aged could mean
They let it sit in their warehouse for a month.
So anyway, they say it's aged and it's a nut liqueur. Pretty much that's all the relevant information there is about it. Hasn't been around too long. It's kind of like an amaretto style liqueur if you want to apply it to some kind of category. So let's get into the review.
Branding here. One of the reasons that I bought this, it's hard to see when I'm holding it. It leans. I saw it on the shelf and I honestly thought the shelf was kind of like crooked or something. But then I took a closer look at it and I was like, oh, that bottle is actually tilted and it's named Pisa. And I just thought it was like interesting.
Yeah, it has a lot of character. It's really fun. And it looks awesome just having it on the shelf next to all my other liqueurs. So definitely give them points on the branding. Other than that, there's nothing really to talk about.
Yeah, if it was straight up and down, it'd probably be a boring bottle.
Do you have to mention it has a nice special pouring top so you don't get goopy stuff dripping down the sides? I hate that with liqueurs because they have so much sugar in them. If they don't have a pouring top like that, then usually you get this little like drip that goes down the side. It gets all sticky. Other than that, nothing else.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it room temperature and iced. What are you getting from the aroma?
Incredibly sweet. Definitely getting pistachio. Big time. Maybe like a little bit of a caramel.
It has kind of a cool smell to it. It doesn't smell warm like Disaronno does. But yeah, very sweet.
It's kind of like a lighter sweet to it. Like a peppy kind of sweetness.
Yeah, it doesn't smell heavy. It doesn't smell syrupy either. I'm not smelling much alcohol.
Out of the three nuts that are in it, I noticed pistachio the most. Maybe a little bit of almond. I honestly don't get too much hazelnut from it.
I'm not really getting any hazelnut at all. It smells also fruity.
Cherry a little bit.
Yeah, definitely cherry. Cheers.
Cheers.
The alcohol is a bit harsh.
But not too bad.
Not terrible. It's not as smooth as I would have expected it to be.
I definitely noticed this is a little bit more nuttier than like Disaronno. I'm definitely getting some almond. Pistachio, I still notice the pistachio the most. It's got a really good sweetness to it too, sort of like caramel.
The sweetness is so strong.
It's like a bright, tingly type of sweetness.
It's the kind of sweetness that makes your mouth water for more.
And it's really warming. But yeah, the alcohol, it's got a decent burn to it. Not too bad, but it's there.
And the mouthfeel isn't,
yeah,
it doesn't have a luxurious feel going down, which when you have a sweet drink is always pretty nice.
It's a little thin.
But the flavor is definitely there.
Absolutely.
The flavor and the sweetness is all there, but it is a little thin, and the quality of the alcohol leaves a little to be desired.
I may be getting a little hazelnut now. Still, and not too much though. Definitely pistachio and almond.
It tastes a lot like candied cherries to me.
We're going to get some ice, and we'll be right back.
So we're back. We put the ice in, let it dilute a little, get nice and cold. Now we're going to try it again. Do you notice anything different about the smell?
I think it smells a little bit sweeter.
I don't detect the alcohol as much now.
I don't know if I get as much of like distinct smells though. It just kind of smells like a vague fruity sweetness now, but it does smell sweeter. Like I don't get like the pistachio as much.
Pistachio feels more characteristic to me. Before I smelled like it was like a melange of sweetness that was just very almost kind of cloying. Now it feels more.
Okay, no, I'm getting it now. I'm definitely getting the pistachio.
Just pistachio.
Yeah, you're right. I do still get a little bit of fruitiness. It's not as strong though. I think it smells sweeter.
It's not as fruity. It's more like cookie-like. Cheers. I like it better right off the bat.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like it's as cloying with its sweetness. It felt almost a little like too sweet before.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now it's more the flavor is being allowed to take center stage.
The sweetness is kind of smoothed out a little bit. but the sweetness is still there. It's still very
Oh
sweet.
yeah. Oh, and the alcohol is like totally smooth now. It's been tamed by the ice, which is really nice.
Yeah. The alcohol burn is gone.
There's almost a bit of tartness coming in, which I like, keeping it from just being too sweet.
It's like a tart cherry-ish type.
Definitely, I would say like hands down better iced. It's still good warm though. I like to see that. I like to see a liqueur that you can drink both warm and on the rocks and it's still good, but it's way better on the rocks.
I agree.
I would even prefer this over a more thicker amaretto like Disaronno. To me, I don't feel so overwhelmed with the heaviness of the drink. Before, when it was warm, I felt like there was something lacking. It didn't have a lot of body. The mouthfeel just wasn't really there. Now that it's colder, it still has those same qualities, but it feels appropriate.
I think I actually like the thicker, luxurious feel of Disaronno a little bit better. One of the knocks for me on this one is the mouthfeel a little bit. I don't know, it's just okay. Like Disaronno, it has like a nice mouthfeel. To me, Disaronno is a little bit more relaxing to drink. Not so much this one, but it's still, to me, the flavor for this is really good.
So as you guys can see, we have 2 empty glasses here, which means unanimous recommendations.
I'll go first. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good nut liqueur. I definitely get that pistachio. To me, I love pistachio. Out of those 3 nuts, I probably like pistachio the most, so I'm kind of glad that one took center stage a little bit. Pretty sweet, so you really have to like sweet stuff. It's right up there with amaretto, I think. I think it tastes a lot like an amaretto, a little bit more pistachio forward. I actually like this better than some of the amarettos I've had. I think it's got a good profile to it, so I definitely recommend it. And I recommend it iced. I like it a little bit better iced.
Yeah, I would definitely say it holds its own in its category. Compared to amarettos, it is definitely very tasty.
It's good because it's kind of like amaretto, but it's not amaretto, so it gives you like a little bit of a different feel to it also.
Definitely the pistachio is the most prominent there, but I do think that the almond and the hazelnut kind of temper the pistachio and lend the drink its sweetness, but I definitely prefer it iced. Either way, iced or room temperature is nice. It's a good liqueur.
It's not too expensive either.
Good bang for your buck. If you like amarettos and you're interested in trying something new, you can't go wrong with this. It's not amazing. It's not going to blow you off your feet or anything, but it's good for what it is. Definitely check it out sometime.
Give it a try. Until next time, everyday aficionados. Dungeon Dragon. You gotta watch out. I'm starting to feel like a Dungeon Dragon.
Well, starting to feel like a dungeon dragon, you might want to back off. Pisa, Pisa.